Alright, this is the iPod Touch 5th generation in an iPhone 5 Otterbox. Okay, so you might be wondering, how does this fit in the iPhone 5 Otterbox? You know, the iPod Touch is a little bit thinner. It's got some different features. It doesn't have an orientation lock. Well, basically, they are pretty much the same design, minus a couple small details. And I'll go ahead and show you those. But before I take the case off, as you can see, it functions perfectly as an Otterbox with the iPod Touch. There's no issues with screen controls or any gaps between the screen. There will be a gap issue if you when you first put the device inside of the case, but as soon as you use a clever little tactic, you'll be able to use it just like an iPhone 5 Otterbox with really no downside. All right, so we're going to quickly take the case off. Find a good way to do this. We'll start with the sides. It's kind of a pain to take off, but here we go. All right. Try not to break the case. Control thing right there. Okay. And now the home button. Okay. So that was the first shell, the rubber shell. Now we've got the hard plastic. And as you can see, this is an iPod Touch. It's the product red version. And if you can kind of see right there, there's a little bit of clay between the back and the device itself. So now let's pop this off, and I'll show you exactly what I did to make this work perfectly with the iPhone 5 case. So this will be a little bit easier. The Stocks app just opened. Not sure why. Okay, so as you can see, it's an iPod Touch, 5th generation, product red. Okay, so I'm going to pull this back really quick. And it's kind of stuck. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, I put modeling clay on the back of the iPod Touch to basically fill that gap. This is basically a little bit thinner than the iPhone 5, so the modeling clay fills the small gap that the iPhone's got over this in thickness. So what I did is put the clay on the back like this, put it inside the shell. Let me reformat or re-get this going again, and just click it back inside the case. Make sure the clay lines up fine so you're not having any weird balance issues. And as you can see, it lines up just fine. So now we're going to go ahead and toss the hard shell back on. That was really easy, just kind of clipped on there. Put that back on. We got everything? Yeah. All right, so that's back on now, and we're going to go ahead and toss this on. Browser opened. Pop that back in. Take it from the sides, right here. And there we go. Okay. All right, so now it's back in its case. There is a small problem with the iPhone 5 case on an iPod Touch, and that's that the volume rocker doesn't match up. And I'll show you that right here. If you press the down, well, where the down button would be, nothing happens because it doesn't line up with the device right. But if you hit the volume up button, the volume goes down. Now, I thought this would be a problem at first, but then I realized, oh wait, the orientation lock, or the rubber that covers it, is right where the volume up button is. So basically, you just use that as your volume up button. And there's really no difference. So, volume down, volume up. One thing that is you really can't work around is the iPod Touch loop is kind of blocked off. And I mean, that's kind of a sacrifice you're going to make for the extra security. So, on that note, that's the iPhone or the iPod Touch in an iPhone 5 case. If you have any questions, just toss them in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do. All right, thanks.